What's up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Future Revolution. Today we're gonna jump into the detailed maintenance notice that's basically coming tonight, so that's good news overall. So finally some positive information that I'm not going to be really salty about. We basically have some good news for the game about incoming content. Niflheim and what is it? The Netherworld and Niflheim are basically being added to the Dark Domain. The really cool thing about it is that those are gonna add more areas than I anticipated them adding. You're basically gonna have 3 areas for the Netherworld, which is the Mephisto realm. The Blitz is actually gonna focus on Mephisto instead of Hela, which I was kind of surprised about. I thought they would go with Hela. I hope that Hela ends up getting added as a ultimate though, so like a raid boss. I'm really hoping that that's what she ends up doing. She needs some love, man. They took forever to give her love in Marvel Future Fight. She needs some love in this game. So Mephisto is going to have just 3 regions inside there: the corrupted, the realm of the corrupted, the gates of sin, and pandemonium. Niflheim is going to have 2 areas: Helheim and Nostrand. So those are pretty cool. I'm probably saying Nostrand wrong, but those updates are coming, so it's really cool. And with those new areas, we're gonna have the hero maximum level capacity is going to be extended to 120. So that's also good, right? So the new regions gonna have all of those. They're also gonna have 16 new most wanted targets. 5 of those will be prime targets. 11 of those are gonna be normal targets, or the most wanted targets. They're going to have new challenges, new collections, and new activity logs, so that'll give us way to expand the power of our hero and give us things to do. And then they're going to increase, this is the thing I'm most interested, there's not a lot of detailed information inside the patch notes. They're going to increase the hero potential level to 5. So my assumption from the way they're saying this, because they don't really say it, but basically if you look at these areas here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 for Sorcerer Supreme. I'm assuming they're going to add a 5th level of expansion here. I am so confused by this option. Just to get salty really quickly, I am so confused. I don't think the level cap being increased to 120 is necessary, and then he's increasing the base kits of the characters to 5. We're like literally talking about like year 3, year 4 longevity things that are happening within the first 6 months. I don't know if this is being done to kind of correct and adjust for hero balancing, or if this is being done simply as a way to push money, because people are going to need those enhanced potentials in order to do these as well. So I'm really not sure what they plan on doing there. It should be interesting. I'll say that much. That much alone is that I'll have to wait till that actually is released to see exactly what it looks like. But we're going to be getting that. So the patch is basically going to run from about 26 tonight, so it'll be like 12 in the morning to about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning on the 7th. So just think about that in terms of there. The Blitz, the Devil's Reign, is going to be added. That is going to be level 115. So interestingly, I'm trying to extrapolate from the notes what level we could expect to be at when we complete the Dark Domain Part 2 content. I'm suspecting that we're going to probably end up being somewhere around maybe 110, 112 or something like that, because we finish out at 1.3 with the Dark Domain content right now. So I'm expecting it's probably, in order for them to continue selling these training time tickets, that's going to be the case as well for here. So that way we have to, do that training time in order to get to 115, and 115 will be the new soft capped, and 120 will be the new hard cap. Raid difficulties are going to be added. We talked about this already. Basically level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are going to be added. Here goes something that I am going to turn back to being salty about. Spectator mode is being added for Alliance Omega War, so that way if you're like a player that's not, there's a cap limit on those things, so they're going to be added in there. Here goes the thing that I don't really like about that. That's gonna clog up the servers, and I don't see the feasibility or the reason why you would have spectator mode. You guys have already created a content creator core, and one of the things that you would probably want to do is leverage your content creator core for that, to try to generate more content creators and let, you know, people who participate in Alliance Omega War themselves, you know, kind of push out that content. But I lost nevertheless, right? 4 new companions are going to be added, so we're definitely getting Ghost Rider, and he looks like he's going to have a collection stat for XP while providing a attack and defense. The more interesting one, in my opinion, is going to be Baron Mordo, specifically because this is going to be the first character that we see that has a specific summoning skill to specific tied to specific characters. So if you control Magic or Doctor Strange, when you summon Mordo, he is going to increase your attack power, ultimate gauge, and reduce your cooldown for the length of the time that he's summoned. That's if you control Doctor Strange or Magic. If you don't, then he's going to fire multiple magic bullets at enemies dealing damage. He also has an XP gain stat inside here. Now, the interesting thing about that is this is the first character that we've seen where he's going to do something for the characters that, you know, are tied to him. So this is going to make him probably a preferred companion if you play Doctor Strange or Magic tab. I think more so probably for Magic, because Doctor Strange's ultimate gauge is trash, and while you're relying on his cooldown, I've already told you guys many times, the problem with Doctor Strange's cooldown is legitimately that he's still battling stamina recovery and the stamina limitations. So I don't necessarily see how that's going to help him, but attack power obviously very feasible. So but either way, I think that if you have this character overall, you're playing Doctor Strange or Magic, this is a character that you're going to need. Now, the thing that I hate about this is that I hope this isn't their way of solving the problem in the equation on how do we get characters beefed up, and because they're not beefed up, that now we need to have characters like Baron Mordo to facilitate them. We're also going to get a rare companion in Kasim, who's going to be XP gain, and then we're going to get a common companion in Chuckles, who has a X-Men related ability called, his summon skill is called Banff's Adventure, and he obviously looks like a small Nightcrawler. I would have loved to just see Nightcrawler in the game. We're also going to have new Omega cards added to the game. So there's going to be 20 new Dark Domain Omega cards, 10 rare Omega cards, 10 normal Omega cards, and then we're going to get 2 new special Magic special Omega cards as well. So those will look pretty interesting. I'm interested to see what the sets are going to look like overall. And what I mean is, we can see that, for instance, the set effect for the Dark Domain number 4 is going to be, this looks like a complete free-to-play option, meaning that, you know, all of those cards can be gained in the rare vault, and they're going to basically be like, we've got a Hulk, 2 red Hulk cards, a Groot card, Rocket Raccoon card, a Mephisto card, and a Damnation card for Doctor Strange. The Doctor Strange one is going to increase max damage rate. The Mephisto and the Rocket Raccoon are attack cards, so that's good. The Groot is going to do a villain damage decrease, while the Red Hulks are going to do villain damage overall. So this is really cool, because that looks like a really good set if you're PvE focused, right? Because you're going to get a lot of attack and a lot of villain damage. I would have liked to see maybe some super villain damage cards in there, but 2 set effect is going to be attack, the 4th set effect is total damage, and the 6th set effect is cooldown decrease. So this is a high free-to-play option for a character like Magic and for a character like Doctor Strange, because you're getting attack, total damage, and cooldown decrease on a 6 set effect that's pretty much free to play. Attack, total damage, and cooldown decrease. That's something really to be happy about. The Dark Domain number 6 set, there's going to be 2 cards that are special cards. So we've got a Uncanny X-Men 2013 number 4 and New Mutants 2019 number 12, right? These cards are coming with stats that I don't think we've seen before on cards. Primarily, these are 2 Magic cards. The one is going to have range damage decrease. The other one's going to have melee damage decrease. And then the other cards in the set are going to have attack, crit rate, and crit damage. And the set effects are going to be accuracy rate, ultimate skill level, and then critical damage. So this is going to be another one of those sets that is going to be really good, but now obviously is going to be off limits to some free-to-play players, because Yeah, you know, the special cards are hard to obtain. If I could obtain those two cards to be those two cards for Magic for the Dark Domain #6 set, I'd be willing to say that this probably would be a better set for Doctor Strange overall, as it's going to be able to give him that decrease, so that way he's not quite the glass cannon and taking just one hit damage. Same thing for Magic, as well as the attack boost and the crit rate, crit damage boost that they're going to offer, especially on the Dark Domain #6 set. I don't know why I'm not showing you guys this, but basically their sets go right there, especially on this Dark Domain #6 set right here, because obviously Queen of Hell, that crit damage with the 6 set effect crit damage is going to make this set really feasible. Doctor Strange, I've said this to you guys already, he's supposed to operate as if though it's a crit rate, crit damage kind of character. You can look at it in Marvel Future Fights to see how he's supposed to operate. The level 115 Blitz battle badge seems almost, you know, catered towards a character like Magic. Is going to increase the ultimate skill gauge recovery of the character, so that's the battle badge set effect. So I think if you're playing with Magic, this is going to definitely be one of those sets. It's similar to like the dodge on the level 105 badges for Spider-Man. You're going to want to have those if you're playing Magic. Obviously the level 120 Omega War battle badges are going to have PvP damage increase and max damage rate. Those are the King of Sin and Warbound Champions battle badges. The Dark Zone battle badges are going to have a litany of effects, and there's quite a few battle badges inside there, but in all they look to be good. The problem, we all know the problem with receiving level 120 battle badges, period, right? They're going to be hard to receive. Also, this is a really good item inside here that's been added, and that's the all preset is being added in there. So you see that there's now a window for you to basically go inside here, and you can set your costume with your badges, you can set your companions, and you can set your Omega cards, and you have them on a scale here, so you can just go 1 2 3, swap them out, and it's an all preset option, and you can have individual presets inside of them. I think this is a great option for players inside here, because obviously having the 3 presets is really going to be helpful to a lot of players who are building characters and they want to build PvP and PvE. This also illustrates, however, the problem with building across the board for multiple characters, right? Because if I want to play a character successfully inside the game, where I want them to be successful in PvE or PvP, I have to have different things. The battle badges that I need for my PvP are different than the battle badges that I need for my PvE. The companions that I need for my PvE are different than the companions that I need for my PvP. The Omega cards that I need for my PvE are different than the cards that I need for my PvP. And even worse, it gets different when you're just in auto grind mode, or, you know, farming mode, or playing like special ops or something like that, crowd control mode, because then you need a set specifically for that as well. So those things completely change. The investment in these resources are really expensive if you talk about doing them across the board, and it's one of the reasons why I say we need a different dynamic inside the Marvel Mall in order to facilitate that. So just be aware of that, right? The new craftable badges are going to be added to the shop for all the level 115 badges and the level 120 Dark Zone badges. Why the Omega badges aren't being added, I really don't know, but they should also be added. There's going to be balance adjustments to the level of villains inside the Dark Zone, so they're all going to be adjusted to you know, relate to the increase of our power level for 120, which again, I'll say this again, I don't know why we're getting new level 120 inside the game. We're literally 6 months in, and we've already had 2 power cap increases. It's almost like they went the Destiny route, right? But they've gone too quickly. Like Destiny might do a new expansion every 6 months, twice a year, something like that, and you get this power level cap increase that, you know, raises the soft cap, raises the hard cap. Meanwhile, here we are within 6 months, and we've had 2 power cap increases on a mobile platform. Weird. In retrospect, the same thing is going to happen for the training grounds. The level of villains in the Sakaar training grounds are going to be expanded. So like region 1 is going to be level 100, region 2 107, and then region 3 is going to be 115. So make sure that, you know, your characters are ready and prepared for that, because I think everybody is going to have to jump into the training grounds in order to level up their characters. It's something that I really wish is just removed in general. I don't think the training grounds is a good thing at all, but that's me. I've got a video coming up about where I think this game should be headed, and I hope that we alter course. Now, there's also going to be some improvements like we talked about for failed specializations, so that's good. You're gonna have fail stacking inside there or whatever, although again I think that should be completely removed. The convergium that's going to be consumed for active traits, though, that's going to be removed completely. So now you'll be able to switch active traits back and forth, which is a good thing, because for instance I think active traits are one of those things that should be underneath the presets, right? Because so for instance, like if I was playing a character like Doctor Strange, right, I'd have different presets that I want when I'm playing PvP versus the presets that I want when I'm playing PvE. So I think that that's something that they should look at later. I don't know if that's harder coding for them to do, but the specialization traits, those should be added inside here, and I don't think that they should cost gold or conversion. I should be able to free change those on the fly. It's part of my character's kit, but you know, up to them what they do with their game. Now we also are going to get different autoplay options inside here. I definitely thought that this was going to come with a paid improvement, meaning that it was going to be monetized, but they're not going that route. So you're going to basically have the deactivated autoplay where you don't use ultimate skills. I don't know why you would have that, and then autoplay where you use ultimate skills. So that should be good overall, right? Maybe like in Omega War you wouldn't use some of your ultimate skills, which should be highly questionable to the developers. Why would a player not want to use their ultimate skill inside of PvP? There's going to be improvements made so that companion summon skills can be used automatically as well inside there, so that way you can go inside the settings for the game and just have it so the companion will be auto summoned in there. Good option, especially if you're going to basically use a character like Baron Mordo, because then you operate with a consistent cooldown and buff from that character. The rest of the stuff that they really detail inside here is really not very much that you really need to be concerned with. I think the biggest things inside there is you're gonna have the auto skip that's also available in the check down box, and then they're adding a new level 7 med kit inside the game as well. So obviously to, you know, obviously to deal with the jump in power, which makes no sense, right? That we're having this big jump in power and now you need more med kits. So it's gonna be, the good thing though is not gonna be, you know, one of those purchables things. It's just inside the shop and inside consumables at the NPC shop, so that's good. Other than that, I don't really see anything in the notes that necessarily are big jump outs. If you start looking at any of your potential names for your characters inside the thing, like for Captain America, Doctor Strange, Star-Lord, Storm, or Spider-Man, they might have some name changes. So for instance, like Doctor Strange's spell enhancement 2 is going to be called Mystic Precision 1, and Doctor Strange's Focus 3 will be called Destructive Explosion 1. So there's going to be some name changes in there overall, but nothing else really inside the patch notes. We do have a number of ending events that are going to end. The training magic upgrade support events, there's going to be a lot of offers that are going away. There's going to be some new events and some new offers. You can almost guarantee inside those new offers we're probably going to get some stuff related to the Dark Domain Part 2 and Magic's cards. Now I would tell you guys right away, you know what, something that you want to look at is, I hope you haven't used your training ground times yet, especially if you plan on leveling up your main hero to get to that 120 mark inside the game as quick as possible, and to hit 115 as quick as possible. As well as that, I hope you haven't done anything that's gonna, like, you know, I hope you've used up your tokens and things like that in the game. So specifically items that are going to be ending, I haven't received them yet, but the craft event that's happening right now is going to be removed as well. So hopefully you're prepared and ready for that. I'm hoping that I can get those 2 magic cards. Like I said, I think they're going to be really good options, especially 6 set effect options that are really good on the cards. So they'll be prepared to really help out a character like Magic and Doctor Strange. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you're looking forward to the update like I am. I do have another video coming today about the direction of this game and where I think it should be headed. Until then, peace.